You got the numbers keep going down. We just never know right now.
Yes, we don't know who, we don't even know the players or their interactions or their contact tracing. We don't have any of those information. So by tomorrow, we might hear something else. So we will continue to follow this news closely.
Welcome, Sports Nation, to Sports DTM, the sports channel where we call sports down the middle.
Greetings, sports fans. Welcome to another episode of Sports Down the Middle. The tension continues in the Jamaica Reggae Boyz camp, and news coming out of Saudi Arabia is that a couple of the players have tested positive for the virus. So I just want to, Brookie, just update us on what is going on from Saudi Arabia now.
All right. So, Kurt, just a quick update. First, our last video from Saudi Arabia indicated that there was some tension over Raven Morrison and his trip. We have now understood that things all seem to be well thus far, and as such, that's good news coming out of the camp. But we have now learned that the JFF has advised that two other persons have tested positive for COVID-19, one being a technical staff and the other being a player. This is on the heels of 5 days later after goalkeeper Dennis Taylor returned a positive test, as well as there are two other players who are under investigation. The 4 players who had been in quarantine for the 48 hours with the full group have now been isolated. This is pretty serious. Saudi Arabian officials have actually now had to implement stringent measures to be able to contain the virus. And as such, it's now important for the team to follow those protocols, as the team is actually now put at risk in terms of for the matches to be held, as well as it looks like we may be down to bare gravy in terms of the number of players who can participate. So this is really serious.
Thank you, sir. I mean, this must be devastating news, Eddie. This sounds like about 8 players not being available. So you really don't have any substitution. How does this really affect the team?
Well, it will affect the team tremendously. I heard that we have only 3 fit defenders.
Wow.
And that will give Tapa a lot of work in terms of fixing up the team. You'll have to do some adaptation there, probably a change of formation and all of that. But this thing has been rough from the get-go. We saw what took place with the federation. A lot of chaos from day one on this tour. So more added with the number of cases now.
Tigat, you've been crying for more leg space in the airplane, and this is what you land into, or you carried with you in those leg spaces. I mean, what are your thoughts on this news?
I think it's a very sad trouble case for the JFF. Not only that, it's not in the news, but one of my colleagues sent me a link that that Mariapa left the Reggae Boyz to sign a 2-month contract with Bristol City. Not only them fight the virus, the pandemic, players are leaving now to sign contract. And I think the JFF should be more strict and
come on, man.
I don't know. I just don't know what to say right now because I don't know.
Come on, man. What you want him to do? Not eat him food and to survive, feed him family?
It's a matter of respect.
You're really
That's a 2-month food that Brookie.
But Ray,
2 months food.
Ray, what could the
versus $2,000?
What could JFF do differently in that case before we get back to the situation in Saudi Arabia?
Okay, well, none really, apart from having strict guidelines where something like this. So no, it's a learning process. So when this happens now, you can probably set some policy or guidelines around how players should treat in respect to contract negotiations like that. So it's just a learning process. I'm not sure if they have that in place now, but given what transpired in Mariapa, they could, because now I'm sure they could use Mariapa help now, given it all these
yeah, we're down to 3 as well. We're down to 3 defenders.
Hey, we've been down to 3 defenders that have nothing to do with on the Mariapa.
But on Mariapa's side though, it's probably a blessing in disguise, because he could have probably actually contracted said virus cough.
But Mariapa was a sure starter.
Of course he was. He was the captain. One of the time was the
What
captain for the
captain?
team.
You were sure to get at least 1,500 US for sure.
Yeah, we would
You
start.
wouldn't be coming off the bench.
59 caps for Jamaica.
the situation for JFF is very terrible right now. I mean, after just missing out or what I say, avert a strike just because of funds, they now find that they've pay these players and them can't play. Eddie.
Positive. The only positive I can say coming out of this is that it's a ready-made excuse for Jamaica. The whole virus issue, players unhappy about salary and all of that. It just add to the bag of excuses. So right now, with this thin squad, I don't like our chances, believe it or not.
So basically, Eddie, what you're saying is that the president, the GenSec, the team manager already line up them statement, their excuses as to why we're not doing bad, eh? Why we can't get around it. It's just a turmoil in the camp.
Exactly. Too much.
I mean, Brocky, we don't know what the arrangements are in terms of financial gains for the Jamaica Reggae Boyz for this tour, but it can't be anything positive, or the impact on the team must be grave.
Well, I mean, the JFF Kurt has been one of those institutions who cry regularly that they don't have any money, that making any money, they are poor, and all of that. I mean, we don't see the financial statements to be able to make that assessment, but they have told us repeatedly that they have no money. Recently, they got some funds from FIFA that they have now shared up. We don't know the full breakout. They gave some preliminary information in terms of how they would spread it, but they are not as transparent in terms of their overall financial statement. I'm sure they do audited financials, but I mean, we just don't know. We don't have the information to be able to determine how it go. We don't know how this particular tour is being financed, if they are set to make a profit or not. We just don't have enough information to be able to comment on the finances overall.
Ray, you think we could have done anything to prevent this situation?
No, not. I don't think so. I'm sure from experience with the players traveling from time to time would understand what needs to be done. There's not much we could have done to actually prevent this, in my opinion.
Probably a more expanded squad, Ray.
And do you think the players are professional enough to, I mean, fight this off and play on the 14th, which is like another 2 days?
Well, based on past experience, maybe not, but the fact that we averted the strike, I'm hopeful that, you know, that would actually give them some boost in how they react on a match day. It's sad that we have less players, but hopefully the players who weren't possible starting players would be able to shine and probably hold on a spot. So they have something to prove, and hopefully they will shine on the day.
Rocky, same question. You think professional enough to manage the situation and play on the 14th?
Well, I don't think we have much choice in Kurt. The truth is that, as Ray has indicated, it's time for players to step up, show what they are worth. I mean, I'm a little bit not very confident in how our defense will be set up given the challenges that are there. But we hope that the players on form, especially the attacking players, will kind of pull us through, and we can get some organization. It will be interesting to see how Tapa sets up our defense as well as our midfield era. You know, it should be quite an interesting one. I hope that the boys can actually pull through.
So Tiga, the Reggae Boyz should be able to beat Saudi Arabia with 10 players.
We have some good professional. We have like the Daniel Johnson coming from Preston. You understand? We have the Ravel Marson. So we have some good professional out there can give. But this is gonna be strenuous on these players, because when these players come in for the first time playing for the Reggae Boyz, you know, gonna play a 2-leg match without any rest, so to speak. Then go back to their various club. The following week they have match again, you know. And the coach are gonna expect them to perform and them are gonna tired.
I'm here to tell you right now, We don't care.
Let me tell you
We don't.
So you think that these coaches are going to release them again when the Reggae Boys have another game? It's gonna be very strenuous. And the Reggae Boys JFF put themselves in a very tight situation with this mismanagement right there.
I cannot understand why you're blaming the JFF for this. Eddie, I know you don't share that same view. I mean, how JFF is being blamed here? Help me out.
I mean, we can't sit here and blame the JFF because we have FIFA dates that we have to honor. And this is one set of fixtures which we have to honor as well. And to help our ranking and get the team to gel, we need friendly games under our belt. So no problem with the JFF.
Yeah,
Ricky, you have any confidence in the JFF or the player or the team meeting these dates and even winning any of the matches?
Well, based on the last matches we played against Saudi Arabia, we were whipped, beaten. I don't really have any confidence in this depleted squad. I think we're going to struggle in the matches, and if not lose miserably, we're going to lose same way, right? But I don't have the confidence in this squad.
But I mean, Brocky, is there any implications if your entire team or less than 11 players are available to play because of the pandemic?
Well,
is there any implications for that?
I mean, the implication is that it would look quite shabby if you had, I'm sure there are a minimum number of persons for the friendly. Usually in friendly games, you can agree certain amount of substitute and all of that. But I mean, certainly if you have less than the 11 players on the field, that would be quite tight. I'm sure there are rules which govern that. And of course, the referees would be guided according to those rules. But I mean, it would look quite shabby as far as I'm concerned. And we look pretty stretched and all. But hey, the JFF must be just saying, why always me?
Yes,
or why
sir.
always us?
It's always JFF. But Ray, you think the players who are available and will play should get more money?
Boy, after just bumping up their pay, you're asking. Well, I mean, that would probably be another strike if they ever should push for something like that, because I don't think the JFF can budge any further after moving their pay to where it is now.
I mean, any final thoughts? Give me a prediction now on the first match. Brookie, what do you think? What's the scoreline going to be?
Wow.
Quickly.
I think that this looks like one of those 2-1 matches. Unfortunately for Saudi Arabia, rooting to see if we could pull out a draw, but it just keeps on getting worse and it just doesn't feel very good right now.
Ricky.
Saudi Arabia will win. If we score 1, we're lucky.
Eddie, Saudi Arabia is not a big team, but your prediction?
Prediction is tough because I don't know what outfit we'll put out.
Or if the game will be played.
Or if the game will be played, but let's go for the Saudis. 2-0.
Why not fight Jamaica hard? Ray?
Yeah, I think we'll strike oil and actually we're actually going to draw 1-1. I really don't see anything out of that at all. Best case is a draw.
Tigat.
Well, I will not go with my colleagues.
Come on, Tigat, go ahead.
Right now, some of the Jamaican players, the Reggae Boys, are performing well. Junior Fleming performing good. You understand? And some of the English players are really performing good. Damian Lowe performing good. You understand? His side is in the playoff and stuff like that. So they're on par, just them to get together and gel. So guess what? Jamaica, Reggae Boys, one love.
Thank you for that, sir. And there you have it, guys. Another quick review of the situation in Saudi Arabia facing the JFF. I mean, we're resilient people. We're resilient people. We're resilient people.
Leon Bailey on the team just scored some goal too. So
Oh
don't
boy.
forget.
We're resilient people and we fight against the odds in every
I mean, the
situation that
virus.
we're in as Jamaicans. So I'm expecting them to perform at their best. Just let us know your comments, your feedback in the section below. What are your predictions of the match in Saudi Arabia? And just your overall view on the situation unfolded in Saudi Arabia. This has been another episode of Sports Down the Middle. Bless.
Let's go, Reggae Boyz.
Listen.